Hello! So for this week's video, you asked us to answer 3 questions. The first question that you asked us to answer was to reflect on the different roles that I, as a social worker, may take on when helping others that other professions don't do or won't do. So my answer to that is that as a social worker, I believe it is our duty and our right to care for our clients as professionals, but also in a way that might be a little different than, say, a nurse or a doctor, because I feel like as a social worker, you connect more with your clients more than nurses or doctors might. I also feel like as a social worker, you will create some type of bond with some of your clients because you will be spending a lot of time with them. Some nurses and some doctors do spend more time with their clients than others, but for the most part, doctors and nurses see a lot of different people on a consistent basis, and I feel like social workers might get different clients and a lot more clients as well, but I also think that it's more of a consistent basis when you are with certain clients, because it's not just, a one and done kind of thing. You develop relationships with them as you are learning more about these people and learning to help them more and all that. Question number 2 is what makes social work different from other disciplines? So my answer to this is that I think social work is different simply because we are maybe not required, but I think we are put in a position to, without overstepping any boundaries or doing anything that could potentially hurt our career or anything, we do develop some type of course, professional relationship with our clients, because it's hard not to when you see someone on a consistent basis and you're learning all these new things about them and you're learning about their lives and what they've been through and all this stuff. It's hard to just simply be a social worker to them, like you have to have some type of, I think, connection in order to make them feel as if you're there to help them and as if you care, because we do. That's what our jobs are, is to help people and to let them know that they do have someone that they can talk to, and that no matter what, that we will never judge them for what they're going through or what they've been through or anything in that matter. So I think with being a social worker, I think it's a lot different than being a nurse or a doctor, because although those professions are caring for people as well, I think our profession is a little bit different just because we get a little bit more in depth with our clients and about their lives and the things that they're going through. So that's why I think our discipline is just a little bit different than others. The third question that we were asked to answer was, how might we as social workers perform tasks or interface with others in ways that are different than other professionals? So this kind of relates back to the other 2 questions that I just answered. Like I said, without overstepping any boundaries, I think that we as social workers will tend to be more of, not necessarily a friend, but more than just like a therapist or guidance counselor or someone who's just sitting there saying, right, so tell me how you feel and tell me how this might work if you do this better, whatever. Like, although we are supposed to follow those guidelines and say, what can we do to make this better? What can we do to fix this? What can we do to prevent this from happening? Although it's very important that we follow those, strategic, like those strategies and all that, I also think that it's hard for us to not develop some type of close bond with our clients, because, like I said before, we are learning about them and about their lives and their past and present and future and all that stuff. So I think that's what's different from us and from doctors and nurses, just because I don't think nurses and doctors spend as much time with people individually than we will or do. So yeah, I think that's why our discipline is a little bit different than other disciplines, and I know that I'm looking forward to being a social worker, and I look forward to helping people and making their lives better in the best way that I can. So, thanks. Bye.